Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nighthawk here on Arc Mobile today once again, and this time I'm going to be showing you a list of the top hidden base locations on the island on Arc Mobile. Now, there's not a whole lot, but there's actually more than you might think. Now, some of them are not super great, some of them are better than others. I'm just going to show you a list here of all the ones that I know, which is quite a few actually, and you can use them how you want. Now, they're not in any particular order, so we'll just go through them as I come upon them. So the first one we're going to be looking for here is you're going to come in the swamp on the south side of the Redwood Forest and look for this little river stream flowing in here. Now this one is behind this waterfall. So as you come up in here, here's the GPS. You can see on the map we're on the kind of the bottom left of the Redwood Forest, right on the edge. Now coordinates 66.0, 34.8. That's about where it is. Now you'll find this waterfall here, and you can build behind here. A nice little sneaky base location. It's even big enough to fit a few tames in there if you do it right. Now I've checked a few things down here just to show you how this works. Now this is has to be built on pillars. It's deep here, the water, so you can swim. You can build foundations down there if you want to, and build up with walls. If you wanted to have like something like that, you can do that too, or on pillars. And then you're quite hidden. Now, as long as you stay behind this line right here, as you can see, this is the waterfall, and now it's fairly decent size, as you can see. I did not build it, definitely not build it. I just threw these down here real quick to show you a quick example. So you can, if you position it just right, you can get a nice decent sized small base back here. As long as you stay behind this line, you'll be hidden. As you see, we go out the line, you can't see behind it. So stay behind that line and you'll be fine. Now, I put these here pretty good. You can keep going. You can go up quite high as well, several walls high. Just be careful, like I said, it doesn't go up around that line. Now you can kind of see the line here, and the line like curves out right here. So, but over here, this little corner, I stuck it out and left it sticking out on purpose because, just show you real quick, if you build behind a waterfall, you can't see it here because of the fog or the mist, but if you fly out a little bit further and you look back, like here, let me show you with my spyglass real quick, you could see that corner sticking through. So that little corner's past the line, so don't have it past the line. If you build up on that with walls and stuff, it'll be easy to see it in there. Now, that's hidden pretty well. So that's the first spot. And you can build that how you want. Like I said, you can go up several walls high if you want. Decent sized. Now, if you come up this stream a little further, just keep following this stream up in the Redwoods. I believe this is the only stream that flows out of the Redwoods, so not too hard to find. You'll come to these ruins, and you'll come to this another waterfall. And this one has a lake right above it, like a little pond, a little lake right here. So this waterfall you can build similar, except this one you can build on the ground. There's some rocks and stuff back here you have to clear out of your way, obviously. I've stuck a foundation in here, but these little rocks, you gotta clear them out of the way so you can build properly. Some big rocks. And this one as well, it can be pretty big. Same thing, stay behind the water line right there, as you can see the water line. And this one you can build with foundations, not a problem. You can build up 4 to 5 walls high here. I've done it before. So like 1 by 4, maybe you can get 4 long in here. At least 3, I know for sure. I think you can get 4 probably. And 1 wide usually. And then you can build up quite high. So you can fit a good bit in there as well. You can fit some PTs in there. Pretty much whatever you need to do. Not too bad for a little solo hidden base as well. These ones don't have anything in them that nobody would come looking for unless they're looking for a base. So no other reason they'd be coming there. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, so the next one, if you come to this location, 44.2, 75.2, as you see on the map, kind of the middle, up and down, but on the right side. See my arrow right there, kind of. Anyway, you'll see these big rocks with some ruins in the middle, permanent rocks. Sometimes somebody might build in here, but not all the time, and it's not too good of a spot. But anyway, if you come here, if you look towards the south, wrong button. If we look towards the kind of like the south of this, kind of heading down this way. So here's your things. If you fly up, There's a coast, so if you go that way, south, towards the green obelisk, from these, there's smaller permanent rocks down in here, and a real good tree thicket right here. So what you can do is come in here. Now these rocks are permanent, but these trees can go down. So you don't want to cut any of these trees down. You want to leave all these trees here. And as you can see, this is really a thicket. You cannot see out here, trust me. If you don't cut any trees down, you cannot be seen in here. Now, you can build in here. You can build either here, no, maybe a 1x2 in here. This one you can see a little bit. But if you build towards the top of it, like right up in here, kind of in this area here, like right where this guy is, kind of right in here, you could build maybe like a 2x3. You got to use it, usually it's on a slope, so you put foundations and you extend them off. Well, I didn't do good, but you can do it with foundations, and then you extend off with ceilings like this, obviously, and you can build around. So you can build I built a 2x3 in here, pretty nice, maybe 2 walls high, some of it at least. So that's a pretty good bit. You could obviously park your PTs, a couple of animals in here. If you really want, you could, paint it green so it blends in with the shrubbery and the grass, and that's what I've done before. But you can't see that at all in there, trust me. Especially if you paint it green and stuff, nobody's going to see that unless they know it's there. So if you do that, you'll be fine. You got these big rocks here, permanent. You got all this tree thicket. Nobody can see that. So as you see, if you fly up here, those trees are super thick right in that one little spot, and you cannot see anything in there no matter what you do. Now, like I said, especially I would usually paint it like a forest green color, but you're not going to see it as long as these trees stay. Now, just be careful that these trees don't go. Sometimes a Bronto or something will come walking by and knock some of these trees down. Well, you'll need to have, if you're going to build in there, you're depending on tree cover, so make sure you have some refertilizer. You make some of that pretty quick, so if something goes down, you can pop a few refertilizers around and put your trees back up there. So not a bad location as well, very well hidden. As long as the trees stay up, you should be pretty good. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Alright guys, so we're at our next location here. This one will be kind of in this river, as you see on the map, down from by Carnivore Island, if you follow that river down. Coordinates 38.1, 67.3. You'll be by this river, and you'll have this rock on one side with this kind of a rock cliff for a good part of the way. If you come to this spot here, like this beach, it's pretty good. You get these big rocks around here. Now, you can mine them. There's this one here. This is the permanent rock, and then there's this one here. So there's really only two. But if you go over this one, back in this corner, it's not a bad little spot. It's just kind of tucked away in this corner. I don't usually see a lot of people build here. Yes, I mean, it's not completely hidden, but it is fairly well hidden. And you can fit, of course, you can build on pillars if you want. You can fit a foundation here for like a 1x1. If you want to just go ahead and, put a little 1x1 here, either store some loot or whatever. But you can fit that there for sure. And you could go bigger with pillars. Now, I leave this rock here for, more hiding as well. If you wanted to mine it, that's up to you. Obviously, that is kind of blocking it somewhat, this little crack. But really, you can only see it from one direction. So it's pretty well hidden. Like I said, you have to be going right by here, and if you're just flying down this, you're not going to see it unless you like turn and look in there. It's kind of really tucked away back in there pretty good, so pretty well hidden. If you build something small in there, you're likely to stay hidden. Now this is also kind of a part two. If you a little bit back up this way in here towards the north, I guess that would be, yeah. You come around this bend here, and there's another kind of a similar spot. Maybe better, maybe not, but I'll show you the coordinates for this one. It's a little bit further towards the north. It's 35.3, 68.7, and it's right back in here. Now this one kind of has a top on it, so that is better, but it has more mineable rocks around it. So like, you're covered from the top, which is nice. And you can build, a decent sized little thing in here if you want, like a 2x2 or something. Of course, you have back in here, but you're covered from the top, but you have I mean, you're not tucked back in quite as far. And these rocks are mineable, so if you like, you know, if these rocks were taken out or mined, they're going to be exposed more so. And I believe this rock as well. So these two rocks really are what give you coverage. Now you do have the top is permanent, so it's a pretty good tucked in little corner as well. Now both of them I just showed you are not too bad. That one and the other one. And this one, like I said, so this one's better from, I think a little better from the top maybe. Well, I don't know. But anyway, it's pretty well tucked away. Unless you're coming right here, you're not going to probably see it. So once again, kind of a neat little tuck away, little hideaway spot. So let me take you to the next one. All right, guys. So the next spot here is going to be at these coordinates roughly of, well, what is that? 40.8, 66.4. There it is on the map, just a little further downriver. We were just up that way, so just come down a little further. And there's another waterfall base. There's this waterfall here, kind of like the other ones, pretty similar. You can fit, I think, a 1x3 in this one. Now, I think I have a couple of foundations here, I do, but I just have two here. If you do it right, I believe you can fit a 1x3 in here. And once again, stay behind this water line here, so you may be able to fit another foundation here out, maybe too wide. I'm not quite sure, but same thing. You can go a few levels high if you want, and not a bad hidden location as well. At least a little starter location or something like that. So there it is once again, hidden, same as the other ones, very similar to the other waterfall bases.